and Protocol, another map that they've kind of struggled on. They're gonna have to rely on the duo of EBK and I think Blackbird. That's the duo that came into this team because the way mixed work is usually it's just a bunch of random people and they'll throw you together. Obviously the same skill level, but sometimes you can play as a duo, sometimes you can play as a solo. And right off the bat, Coffee, we are going to be heading into a vault hard point.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're looking at Brokeback Berry right now on the hard point for Denver with a 13-6 lead by the Cleveland Misfires. But Berry was holding it up, coming within 4 points, but it doesn't matter. Taxi on the hill for Cleveland right now, building that lead up 20-9 as oh man, then EBK cleans off the hill, steps back on, gets Denver up into double digits. This is going to be interesting because we are getting ready to kick off at the gazebo for a P2.
Yeah, and I like how Denver played this. They found some time on that P1 hill, but once they started to notice that the gunfights weren't going their way, they kind of backed up and anchored. But look at this. They have lost spawns. They gave up that. I don't necessarily like this play because they turtled up on the front side of the hill, so I would have loved them to try and overextend, try and put pressure on the back line, but Blackbird does a nice job of winning that kill on the hill. Gonna keep it in the favor of the surrenders. Interestingly enough, we didn't touch on this because we're thrown right into this match. Brokeback Berry is the sub for tonight. He is the one coming in fresh like a greenhorn to this team. It's gonna cause some problems. It may go really well because we all know a rookie thrown into it can go one or two ways, Coffee.
Yes, you can, especially when you're subbing for a team. And here we go, 65-25 in favor of Denver as we go into P3. And you got Zemer holding down he was back to holding down the P3 hill as Brokeback Berry takes him down. And then Berry was on that hill, holding it down. The hill went white. So nobody's there. Oh, I take that back. Blackbird is on this P3 hill, or he was. Normal guy. Pro down just outside the hill. Now he's on it, holding it down for Cleveland. Trophy going out. Normal guy, just being normal, playing his life, holding his hill for his team. And
okay. That's the thing with technology nowadays. A little skip, a little splot here and there, and hey, we just went radio silent for like 30 or like a second or two. Interestingly enough, though, Misfires coming away with decent time on that P3 hill, and unfortunately, they still find themselves down 30 here, Coffee, as we're now heading into a money hill on Vault Hardpoint.
Yes, we are. Here we are, P4, as normal guy knocks on the door, then goes around to the back. Oh, but he gets met by Brokeback Berry. Blackbird making his way upstairs right now, making sure nobody comes in from the balcony while EBK is holding down the hill. He makes his way back downstairs. Oh man, over the counter. Then he's gonna go over the railing. Catches one at the door. It doesn't matter right now. 106.53 in favor of the surrender as we have a small stack right there on this P4 hill. Over the counter on a 5 spree as he's working his way around right now. Oh, wow. Gets mowed down just outside EBK. Quick mag change on that diamond. Aim 85. Switching to the pistol. Now, normal guy already set. Getting ready to set up on that P1, but he gets taken down by Jamushi. But here we go. Fresh set of rotations. 110.77 in favor of Denver.
Yeah, and this is huge how, speaking to both teams beforehand, especially tonight, looking at Denver, again, this is a team hasn't won much, and it's been a struggle for them. And one thing I think that they've tried to focus on is playing together. Obviously, the chem has been a little bit rocky. This is another team that hasn't practiced as much. They've had role switches here and there, so it's hard to get something going when you're always on the back end, always inconsistently looking for always having a problem. That is the struggle with some of these teams, and right now Denver is facing that as as now that's not really been the storyline though. You look at it now, they're up 70 as Blackbird has found some timing on the backside. This is huge for them if they can break this money hill. He does need to stay alive. He notices that his team is spawning out, and look at this. Hey, 22-9 Coffee. He is going insane.
Yeah, that he is. 143.89 in favor of Denver. Right now it's Taxi on this P2 hill, owning it, taking it as his. Even though, I mean, he's not doing the best right now, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Blackbird on the P2 hill right now, building up some more time for Denver as we're at 153.92. EBK on a 5-spree, but Blackbird catches one coming in from Scott at the back door. Goes ahead, takes care of, couldn't make it out. Zebert gets taken down real quick. Blackbird working his way outside the P2 hill. He looks like he's going to go ahead and start to rotate, but he's going to be in. What is
and I love this.
I love this. Emote right there?
He is emoting.
Emote right there as we
it is amazing. Finally taken down is the blur of the night, the man that lives up to his name, because you blink once, you're gonna miss him. And it's huge because, you know, speaking to, I think, Jabuji is the captain of this team. Speaking to him tonight, it sounded like EBK is the backbone of this team. You know, he is the one that rotates, he locks things down, he makes it a little bit easy. But on the flip side, he was speaking to, he had a lot to say about Blackbird as well. You know, he is the one that is our main slayer. He's the one that's going to be a little bit like Hydra, run around the hill, find the kills, keep that time going in the way of your team. But also, he's the one that can get down and dirty. He's the one that can get on the hill. He's willing to sit on it and play his role. When you have a man like that, like when you have a duo like EBK and Blackbird, that's just going to make things a little bit more comfortably. And tonight, right now, especially on Vault Hardpoint, they have identified their roles. I think they have something going because we saw it. We saw Blackbird slay out on the hill, off the hill. He knows how to play his life. He knows how to play for spawns. It's huge, and it has opened things up as he is already back almost to a third. Oh, he does get taken down. But now, that allowed a solid 10 to 15 seconds of clean time for the side of Denver.
Yep, 210, 120 in favor of Denver as Brokeback Barry is holding down the hill. EBK from upstairs, Jabuji cleans off anybody trying to come in. Now Barry tosses a nade, but it don't matter. He gets mowed down by Z-Merc. Z-Merc at the door. Oh man, it looks like Cleveland is going to get those back spawns right now as normal guy gets mowed down trying to mantle over there by P1. Z-Merc gets taken down himself. It doesn't, oh man, it don't get any better than this, I'll tell you that, as we get ready to go into another set of rotations. 229, 137 in favor of Denver.
Yeah, and again, this is huge from the side of Denver. Not really finding much. You look at their past maps, they haven't done well on a Vault Hardpoint. Right now, this is night and day from what they've been. And we talk about Brokeback Barry. He's the sub for tonight. Obviously, if you have a late sub in, you have somebody that, you know, comes in at the last minute, it's going to cause some problems. There's always some worry, but he has found himself on a nice position as well. He's been on that hill kit and roll a little bit more. That's why he has a minute 36 on time. And honestly, he's doing just fine in the slaying department. He's pretty much even. You like to see that 17 and 19. He's doing a little bit better than Jabuji, because on the flip side, if you're looking at Jabuji, 15 and 23 is a little bit, it's hard because, you know, you have a lot of encounters in your negative, and the thing about him is his team is winning, but they are just I don't necessarily like it because you're leaving a lot more work to Blackbird, and you're leaving that passed on as we see Denver just pretty much dominate map 1. But you know, he's found himself nicely on this Denver team. And on the side of Misfits, it's a little bit of a shocker to me, Coffee, because going back to their maps, they won 2 out of the last 3 Vault Hardpoints that they played. And interestingly enough, those last 2 that they won were their previous matchups. So a bit of a shocker right now happening in round 1. It's, again, I talk about how crucial it is. It is the pinnacle of whatever team. Whoever wins this, the pendulum is going to swing their way, I may say.
As Z-Merc is your bomb carrier, it looks like they are making their way over.
Oh, they changed the bomb site
over at P4.
Hold on, this is interesting. I haven't played ranked yet, so I just now saw that this is the first time this A bomb site got moved. It used to be in the middle. They now put it on the backside. EKB
Oh, that's right.
goes huge
That's
for
right.
2. And now in a 2v2 situation, what are you going to do? But a big nade from Taxis leaves number 48 all alone. And hey, we all know Codcaster settings are a little broken, so the names you're seeing aren't the names that may appear in the kill feed. But unfortunately, EKB or EBK isn't able to find much there.
Cleveland takes it 1-0. I mean, as we take a look at normal guy, yes, in fact, it doesn't even show on the tag map that the A bomb site is actually at P4.
No, it has always been at P4. What is interesting is it used to be in the middle, right, where those control panels or what monitors. It used to be in the middle of that bomb site. They put it now on the back side of that on that last computer, and it's interesting because it kind of changes the game. A lot of times, I mean, not necessarily. It's still going to be bang out because a lot of players are going to try and sneak into that back corner. They're going to be throwing nades and stun off rip, but it makes it a little bit more easier once you're in that back corner to get that bomb down.
As Brokeback Barry is your bomb carrier right now, EBK working his way around trying to give some kind of cover, being awfully quiet. As Barry working his way over, is he going to run a flank? No, looks like he's going to try to hop the ledge. Taxi. Oh, sees one, takes one. EBK takes one off the Sam or the Patriot missile right there.
Yep.
Brokeback Barry working his way around. Is he going to try for a B plant?
I like this call.
It looks like he is. Jabuji up on top of A, or up on top of the front porch for A. Over the counter, sees it. Takes down Blackbird, but here we go. Bomb is planted at B. Brokeback Barry trying to get out of dodge. Doesn't matter. Over the counter on the defuse with more time than should be allowed by law. And Denver Cleveland take it 2-0.
Yeah, and I love how you pointed out the rotate to B. I was going to hint on it as well. You find that kill on Taxi in the back. That's going to make it a little bit more freer. There's no fare to pay, free mileage. Anybody's going to take that. And along with free mileage comes a free snack. That snack is that bomb plant. But I love how over-the-counter adapted to it. I love how he shifted over through the middle of P1 and honestly played that B bomb site to his favor, found a free kill on the player. What I don't like is the player he killed kind of got a little bit overzealous. I know he tried to get into a power position on a heady, but you got to play your life a little bit. Maybe back up, because by the way that bomb was getting planted, it was getting planted for the enemy team spawn. So what you really want to do is just cover your player, cover the planter, and again, whoever died to over the counter overextended, overchowed. And as we head into this round, the bomb did go down, but in the blink of an eye, you got over the counter trying to make a play and get traded.
Yep, now we got Brokeback Barry. No, I take it back. That's Jabuji on the defuse. Here we go. Denver off the donut, 2-1.
Yeah, a good round out of them. I think trading was a big one, especially, again, you look at this map, it's going to be bang, bang, bang on that A site. It's going to be very chaotic, especially with stuns and nade. Now, a lot of the times for those that play this game, you're looking at bronze, you're like, again, it may not be the best gameplay. If you look to higher leagues, higher even pros, well, maybe not pros, but if you look at higher leagues, a lot of teams are going to be throwing everything they got at A, which is why it's very interesting to see how many players slip through. But, as we head into this round, Denver going to try and find something on the offensive side of things. So far, they're playing just a tad bit slower, and this could work in their favor. Now Blackbird finding something.
EBK drew the first blood on over the counter, but Seabird takes out EBK. Now Brokeback Barry, he sends a few rounds, goes ahead, takes out Zemer.
Oh.
Taxi working looks like trying to work a flank going upstairs. Barry is your bomb carrier. The bomb is planted at A. Taxi sends a few rounds, but gets out of there. Taxi is all that is left for the Cleveland Misfires, as Is he? Oh, there we go. Taxi gets taken down. Denver off the breadstick and tie it up. Deuce, deuce.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I think Denver's starting to play this a little bit weird. You know, you look at this final kill from, I think it was EBK or something like that. I think he was just sitting at P2 the whole time, which was interesting because they got that bomb down and they knew Taxi was in a 1v3, so they kind of all dispersed. They all played different corners. It was interesting because, again, when you're Taxi, you find a kill on P1 and you're then like kind of racing because the gunfight got a little bit more choppy than it should have, and now you're like, all right, let's regroup and panic, maybe try and hit a flank through P2 or something like that. But again, because of how weird Denver played it, they had a player just sitting there and boom, just runs right into it.
That's true. And Z-Merc is your bomb carrier right now. As Z-Merc over at A sends a few rounds, lets them know that he's there. I'm sorry, I would have gotten the plant real quick. Oh, quite technical like. Now Blackbird working his way. Brokeback Barry drawing the first blood onto Taxi. Is Z-Merc going to get the plant, or is he just going to post right there? Normal guy upstairs over the counter, giving some coverage to Z-Merc. And here we go. The bomb is planted on A. 41 seconds left in the round. Jabushi watching upstairs. EBK gets taken down. Jabushi and Brokeback Barry against Normal Guy and Z-Merc. Z-Merc gets taken down. Just Normal Guy for Cleveland. All that's left. And Brokeback Barry for Denver. All that's left. 1v1.
Oh, they passed each other. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie at this point. I think Brokeback may have heard something. Some shots are in. And the Misfires. Hold on. They didn't want one too many Misfires in their calculations. I'm taking a look at this round, man. I'm trying to think. It was interesting how it happened. Because,
Yeah.
you know, both teams at certain times had the advantage, and I think Misfires at 2 different points could have had the bomb down a little bit sooner. They did let this round extend a little bit longer than it should have gone, which allowed Brokeback Barry to find some space through P2 and especially Bo, and then make a play. But it was just like, it was chaotic because, you know, you got some pieces juggling and jiggling, and then everybody's shuffling, and then some panic starts to set in as Blackbird from the outer side of P2 isn't able to find much, and that's 2 in the feed for the side of Misfires, already in a 4v2 situation.
And the bomb is down. So now, now Brokeback Barry is all, Jabushi is all that is left for the Denver surrender. With the bomb being down right before you get to that A site. Jabushi on a 1v4.
Yeah, I was about to say, you may have to wave that white flag that round, my friend.
4-2.
But another thing about S&D that's so crucial, and I think on protocol especially, I think protocol comes down to trading. I think this map is more inclined for trading. Now that's crucial in S&D in general, but you look at this map and how bang bang it is at A, and sometimes it can get a little bit crazy at B. I think the ability to pick up your teammate's kill and be there when it's needed most, that's what teams need to prioritize. And right now, you know, First Bloods have gone the way of Misfires. They've put themselves in 4v2 situations, and right now, Normal Guy trying to find something. Number 8 though on the minimap sneaks behind them. They are in on this A site though.
A bomb site is planted as Taxi gets taken down. Over the counter is the only one left for Cleveland. It's a 1v2 right now as EBK and Jabushi against over the counter. Over the counter gets taken down. Here we go. Jabushi on the defuse. No problem at all. Plenty of time. Denver.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I was scared for a minute that Over the Counter was going to get away with his life there. He got a couple kills, somehow got out of that control room when 2 people were down there on the side of Denver. And I thought that was going to turn into the round where Brokeback Barry started slaying out and winning that. But unfortunately, Good job from the side of Denver to have a free roamer in the middle of the map, you know, hit a flank towards Spiral, and all you got to do is play numbers game at that point.
As we're looking from Jabuji's point of view, Brokeback Berry is your bomb carrier. Jabuji upstairs, giving some coverage, watching the other upstairs. Normal guy at the top of the zip. Z-Merc draws the first blood onto Blackbird as normal guy. Oh man, he has sighted in over on that little bitty yeah, right there where Barry is. Blackbird is all that, or Brokeback Berry is all that's left for Denver. And Cleveland go ahead, take him. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, and again, it's just another round where they're getting picked apart. You know, first bloods are going the way of Denver. I think Z-Mercs has had a huge impact. I believe he's the one that's finding these first bloods a lot of the time. You look at normal guy as well. He's 8-4, probably 10-4 at this point. But he's another one that can get a little bit crafty, and he's finding some kills when it's needed most. Z-Merc on a 4 spree. It's been huge from the side of the Misfires, clutching up after that map 1 loss. It was a pretty brutal one. They lost by 100. This has been a good bounce back map.
So far it has. Most definitely. Z-Merc working his way around over to that A bomb site, getting the plant over the counter, drawing the first blood on the Brokeback Berry. Taxi gets taken down. The bomb is planted. EBK toss. Oh man, EBK doesn't even get a chance to toss the hello there before getting mowed down. Blackbird working his way down the shaft.
That's a huge win.
Nice one. Takes out normal guy. Oh, doesn't get over the counter though. Over the counter is all that's left for Cleveland against Jabuji.
He should have saw his legs.
Jabuji
he knows the defuse is coming in.
Defuse. Oh man, Cleveland take the map 6-4.
That was huge from over the counter. Oh, I don't. Here's the thing. You know, if I'm Denver, you're in a 1v1 situation. If you're Jacuzzi, you have them at about half health. You're gonna see a lot of players play for that positioning. Gunfights are gonna happen. Nades are gonna be throwing. As we get right into the action, one player I believe is not load. Okay, Z-Mercs is finally loading in, but hey, as I called it. Bang, bang. We have 2 players from the side of Denver flying up there. And as nades come out, trades come through. EBK, that's a nice 4 dead from the side of Denver. He's already in prime positioning to cut off these players.
As EBK in P2 right now, Brokeback Berry covering the B side, defending that in the P3 road, like you said. Taxi coming up into that B point, but gets mowed down just outside. Taxi along with over the counter. Over the counter is the only one left on the hill, so we don't even have 1 tick. Yes, we do. We have 1 tick at B, as opposed to nothing on the A side yet. Z-Merc working his way into that B street, finishing off that 1 at B, starting that second tick over at B. Small stack over at B. Word to Jims as the rounds are going up. 2 ticks at B. Quick hello there. Over the counter, cleans out upstairs, cleans out downstairs. Taxi secures that B point, and we have another minute to play with.
And look at this, Coffee. They're already sliding over to A. They have done this so well. They left that #1 arrow on A or on B. They left him with about like 10 seconds left on that last tick. They started shifting over. They had a 3-man stack. That's why they already have 1 down at A. And Cleveland has to, you know, my bad. Denver has to recover here. They've been on the back end, and right now they have always been in the odd situations, and Taxi is hitting a route that could be detrimental. Unfortunately, falls to the side of EBK, but hey, he's basically all alone right now as these red arrows are just flying around the map. They are hitting the routes under Vault. They're hitting Top Cat. They're hitting Hookah. Whatever you want to call it, they're winning their trades. And again, it's already a 2-man game on this point. You might as well get the second tick done and dusted.
Well, there it is. The second tick is done and dusted. And now, normal guy plays. In fact, we have basically a full stack on the A point. Word to Jibs. There we go. The A point secured. Cleveland take the lead 1-0.
Yeah, and again, I love how Cleveland played it. Especially, you know, we harped on how hard, well, I don't know if we harped on it, but you know, B control site is a little bit more defensively favored. I think that one is going to be the one where it's a little bit harder to crack the code. But I love how Cleveland played it. They excuse my language. I apologize. Um, they flew at that B control site when they had a nice 4 dead. They took the opportunity when it was handed to them. They made use of it. And honestly, what was also crucial for them to keep having success on B was when they got that next wave of attackers came in, they got another 4 dead coffee. And it was just huge because they were feeding off of the momentum of the kill feed. As now we're heading into this second round. And look at this, Denver trying to hit some flanks. Jabuzi doing right. I want to go to number 68, though. He's doing something here. Cutoff finds 2. And guess who? EBK, the man that's almost like Morse code. ... That's kill, kill, kill.
We had 2.5 ticks over it. Oh, let's go ahead and say that 8 points taken care of. We have another minute to play with. And Cleveland is now, or Denver is basically just stomping on it right now as EBK gets taken down. Jabuzi on that B hill. He gets taken down real quick. There is nobody but Cleveland on that B hill. Zemer working his way around, gets taken down outside. Lives are even. Minute 55 left. Normal guy upstairs trying to make a difference from upstairs over the counter watching. Oh man, nice little hi, how you doing? On to EBK. Normal guy upstairs. Blackbird at P4.
Yeah,
like
he's
at 4.
He's gonna be the lifeline right now. He's the one that's gonna have to lurk in the back and just cause a little bit of panic for the side of Cleveland. But what's huge is Denver's not staying alive. Their players are just falling, and now normal guy knows that they're here. As all of these players from Cleveland are so far pushed in their spawn. Taxi with the pistol. Don't chow this man with the Strider. But still, Blackbird can still make a play. Normal has been looking for him this whole time. Huge one from the side of Blackbird. They are hunting him down, though, Coffee.
Taxi on a 5 spree. Actually on a 6 spree right now. Blackbird, he does a little house cleaning upstairs. Taxi 7, he's close enough to that cruise missile as, oh man, gets taken down by a nade.
Blackbird still has been alive this whole time.
Yes.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but he ran around both players, made a huge gunfight, and now Denver's on the front side. A contest from Z-Mercs, though, and this round is flipped on its head.
Yes, as we have 2 ticks at B right now, and the Kato, here we go. Denver answering off the bagel. One apiece.
I mean, that was just huge because if you're Cleveland, you have all of the advantage. You know that Blackbird is lurking in your spawn. You have 3 players pushed up B Street, and it's huge because we see Taxi here with the best play of the game, just cutting people down where they stand. But I just want to point out how crucial it was of Blackbird, black blah blah blah, whatever, BB, whatever. That man stayed alive, and it was crucial because he was just running around that top art building. He was running around art, having fun with Bob Ross, painting a picture with the bloodshed that he was spilling. And it was huge because that allowed his teammates to cut down those players that were in their spawn. They win a few gunfights. They carry that momentum. They get another 4 dead on that hill, and they just steamroll that round.
Yes, they do. And Blackbird on a 5 spree right now for Denver as Denver holding down that A point for defense. Jabuzi also on a 5 spree. Who's going to end up with a streak for? Oh, Brokeback Berry on a 6 right now. Just about a cruise missile. Taxi. Oh, man. Gets mowed down on the steps. That's 7 for Brokeback Berry. Couple rounds going into him on that A hill just to do any cleaning off. Denver on the defense right now. Berry is just holding down that bottom floor, making sure nothing's coming in, going onto that site. But guess what? We have, we had one on that B side, but that B side getting cleaned off now. 30 seconds left in this third round.
Yeah, and
Here we go.
Coffee, what's huge is they're going to have to pick up number 4. They haven't noticed that over the counter has been here on this whole time. Finds 1, not 2. Can you make it a 3-piece combo? His teammate Taxi goes huge, and hey, just similar to their first round, they get handed an opportunity. They're going to run with it, as unfortunately their players do fall. They aren't even able to find 1 tick. Well, what's huge, Coffee, is they wasted a lot of time. There's now 18 seconds on the clock. It took a lot of time for over the counter to hit that route. He has officially died. That's a 4 dead in the feed. And with 10 seconds left, it's going to be Chow City. It's going to be Fly City.
Yep, that means Cleveland has to get on that hill, and they get mowed down every chance they step onto the hill with 4, with 3, now with 2, with 1. Let's go ahead, get this round to the Denver Surrender, 2-1.
It's just been
no ticks at all.
It's been really, oh yeah, that is huge. They didn't get any ticks. So, you know, if it goes to round 5, it's going to be interesting to see how, you know, how it kind of plays out, because we all know that the defending team gets that side based off of ticks. But what I want to say is, I don't think there was much map control from the side of Cleveland. You know, they were kind of just strung out. Everybody was kind of running their routes. You know, they had some spawn outs on this apartment building, and they were spawning out P2, you know. So it was always crazy. They never really fully controlled.
I mean, that last round, Cleveland had no control at all. And now let's see how Denver does on their offense. Oh, man, Taxi comes up. He tries to do a little clean, but gets taken out himself. Zebert. Oh, man, onto that B hill as Jabuji was on a 5 spree. Normal guy working his way through the bottom of the basement there in between A and B. EBK pops up, doesn't see anybody.
Look at this. Cleveland just forgot about number 7. Again, they have not been really worrying about their spawn. I mean, last round they did, but they lost all of their gunfights, and Blackbird again just slips through, finds 2. Hey, almost make it 3. Normal guy. Again, this is the same position that they were in. Deja vu all over again. What can Blackbird find? He's just on a tear. You cannot let this man get into top art, because he's on an 8 streak already. Cleveland trying to find kills around A. It doesn't even matter. They're not fine. Well, I mean, they are keeping A little bit more choppy. I would love to see Blackbird finally make a move, but it's interesting to see how Cleveland is playing this, because they're kind of just forgetting about it.
Yes, they are. I mean, Blackbird at 21-10 right now, and we're only in the 4th round of control with 25 seconds left. Denver, now Denver's going to try to do something with 22.2. We have people up both hills, but they both get taken off. No, we're back on B, and it looks like just 1 on B. Here we go, normal guy coming around. Boom, there we go. B hill is cleared off. 16 seconds left. 4 life advantage for Cleveland. Make that a 3 life. We have players on both hills once again. We have 1 ticket A coming up. There's a contest on B. 2 ticket. Go ahead and say 2 ticks at A. 13 seconds left in the round. We have a full stack on A. Where's the Jibs? Oh man, no! It's cleared off. 10 seconds left in the round. EBK tries. He can't do anything. And down to 2 ticks on A.
Over the counter. Over the counter goes huge. Hey, do not mess with this man. And Cleveland staying alive. And it's interesting to see how that round played out, because that was very similar to how Cleveland's offensive round went. You know, they were kind of strung out. I kind of like the play. Now that I'm looking back on it, they literally left Black Blur up in top art the whole time, and they just focused on defending A. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, that brings Cleveland ahead by ticks right now, by 2 ticks. But let's see.
I think Denver's ahead by a couple.
Yeah, Denver's up by 2 ticks. Let's see how Cleveland answers. I mean, got over the counter at 26-15, but EBK drawing the first blood. Normal guy tossed out the trophy there at P3. already on that B site, starting to capture for the Cleveland Misfires. We're working at half a tick right now. We have one at both points. We have one at A and one at B. Normal guy, one tick at B.
Yeah, and
EBK
some
gets
good gunfights right there out of the side of the EBK. You know, does a good job of cleaning house on B. I mean, unfortunately, they wasted a little bit more time, and one tick did get done, but they're gonna slide on over to A here. You know, this is a 3-man stack out of the side of Cleveland, and I like how they did this. You know, they drew as many players over to B as they could. They allowed more people to get to A, have more map control, but hey, 3 dead from the side of Denver. Make it 4, and this is where it's gonna come. This is where, you know, it may come to a stalemate. You know, 2 minutes to play with, only one zone to capture, and you're going to see a lot more of a slower pace. Teams are going to try and break as a unit, and they're going to try and find some timings. As now, normal guy with a kill through the middle of the map that may open things. That's 3 dead if you're the side of Cleveland. You need to go, and I think Taxis knows this. But again, look at number 4. He's hitting a route. He does get picked up, and now the Hellstorm's being coming.
Barry bringing in the Cruz. Is it going to connect? Kaboom! Connects with 1.
I love how you bring it to life, my friend, as now, again, Cleveland sort of getting picked apart on their flanks, and I think right now, look at number 68. EBK saw him. He's going to read him like a book. And this has been huge because every time somebody from the side of Cleveland has hit a flank, anytime somebody has tried to make a big play, their players have just not won their gunfights. It's kept the middle of the map scrappy for the side of Denver. They have allowed a player like number 7, Black Blur, which I will say is double positive. He has just slayed out and kept things at bay for the side of Denver. So it's just been huge because, again, every time Cleveland finds some sort of hope or some sort of wish, they just get shut down.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 ticks left at 38 seconds left in the round. Cleveland needs to hurry up and finish this out. I mean, down to 29 seconds, but here we go. We have a small stack on B. Where's the Jims? As that small stack gets cleaned off real quick.
Yeah, but look at this.
On and off that B hill with 25 seconds left.
Look at this. Some contest time is coming. A TK happens, which is huge. And now you're just going to have to fly through the side of Denver. They do just that. They get cut down by over the counter. That's a nice 3 dead from the side of Cleveland. A late chow comes in, but it doesn't matter. The Misfires go huge, and they take map 2.
Map 3.
Map 3. I do apologize.
Yes, with a score of 3-2. Cleveland, guaranteed. Here we go.
I got this coffee. I got this one.
We got a HUD. We have 2. We have 1. Let's get it on with a hard point. Look from over the counter's point of view.
Oh, I think, all right, we're just hopping right into it. Did we not go to commercial? Great.
We did not.
I thought, okay, we were just waffling then the whole time. That's awesome. But you know, they heard everything that we just said, especially. Great job, Corpse. Great job. But you know, we going back to your question that you that you asked before we went to that quote unquote break. I want to say, if you want to bet your channel points, it's gonna be on whatever team can hold P4. I feel like that's the most consistent money hill I've seen on this map. That's the one where a lot of teams get a big chunk of time. So whatever team's going to be able to hold, their holds have to be huge, which if you're going back to the side of Cleveland, you can kind of compare a hold to what they did on a control point when they finally broke it and how long they stayed there. But, you know, that's kind of similar in how you need to play things. It's just how consistent this Cleveland team has to be, you know, all throughout that control. I think it was a bit choppy for them, you know, rounds were a bit sloppy. But when it mattered most, they clutched up. And honestly, if you're the side of Denver, come out and do what you did in map 1. You know, we saw in Vault Hardpoint, they dominated. It was like 250 to 150, and they were just slaying out, causing all problems for the side of Cleveland. But, you know, they've kind of, again, the Misfires team have dealt with the ability of EBK and Blackbird. They've kind of dealt with them well on how they can slay out.
That they have. It broke back Barry Jabucci on the hill right now for Denver, 40-30 in favor of the surrender as Blackbird Oh man, there we go. Sends some shots over by the Patriot battery. Does a little mowing down. Taxi working his way across the top. Hops downstairs. Is he going to be able to clean Jabuji off this P2 hill? Hi, how you doing? Gotcha. Now as we kick off P3 56-32 in favor of the surrender. Over the counter. Gets one from the, looks like from around the A-Dom side. Working his way around as, gets mowed down in the back spawn. Blackbird contest on the hill. Doesn't matter. 60-40 in favor of Denver as Taxi makes his way downstairs onto the hill. Tries to clean it off, but no avail. It's nothing but Denver right now on this P3 hardpoint.
Yeah, and
72-40.
Coffee, I think this is where they start just pulling away with things. This team just, when they get the trains moving, when they are getting the gears oiled up, when they are finding 4 dead after 4 dead, maybe with a trade, it is huge on how well this team just comes to life as Z-Mercs trying to find something at old, only able to find 2. But again, you look at it, that hold right there was just impeccable. They found 2 consistent 4 deads. Jabuzi going off right now, redeeming himself from that control as we are now heading to this 4th hill. This is the quote-unquote money hill I was talking about, Coffee. This is where you need to come alive.
As we're watching Denver hold it down, 103-43, a good 60-point lead for the surrender in Z-Merc. On the hill right now, along with Normal Guy, for the Cleveland Misfires, trying to get some catch-up done. Blackbird from outside just lets them know that he's coming in. Taxi upstairs with the aims. Mistakes were made as Blackbird hops down. The contest on the hill, 105-62 in favor of Denver. As this P4 comes to a close, we're getting ready for a fresh set of rotations as Blackbird holding it down. Z-Merc already on the, Z-Merc's already on the P1 hill. Let's kick it off, 119-62.
Yeah, I was saying because again, you know, it's a rotation where both teams are kind of there. It's going to be a bit sloppy, but Cleveland doing a nice job of winning their ones. And oh my God, over the counter had a little bit of a turn on, I may say. My friend, you are getting heated up, and that oven is cooking. But I want to say this, you know, another thing about this protocol hardpoint is it's very similar to how Control is played on this map. Top windows is kind of everything. You know, when you are able to have an AR like over the counter, or if you have an AR like Taxi, get into these positions. And even on the flip side, if you have... I don't even know who plays AR. If you have Brokeback Barry, if you have EBK, when they are able to do their thing on top windows, hit flanks, cause crossfires, it's going to make it so hard for this first hill and this second hill for the opposing team. Well, I also want to bring something up, Coffee. This is looking similar to what the first hard point went down. You know, Denver always having a commanding lead, and the hills just aren't going the way of Cleveland when they are there first. So it's going to be huge for the side of this Misfires, the team to kind of, you know, regroup in the second rotation of these hills.
Yeah, as Blackbird right now does a quick reload on his AR. Z-Merc working his way around the AA guns, trying to get some from upstairs. Gets a 2-piece. Now we have to remember, counter does have a cruise in his back pocket. Blackbird sending some rounds in, cleaning stuff off as Denver is holding down this P2 hill, excuse me. Taxi gets taken down. EBK works his way upstairs onto that P2. So we have multiple Denver surrender players on that hill right now as we get ready to head to P3, 174-87 in favor of Denver.
Yeah, and I just want to point out something. Normal Guy is taking, I don't know what is happening, but he has a limp gun right now. He's 4-17, and looking around the map like, hey, where am I supposed to go? That's how lost this guy is. Shooting his own players. Honestly, that was on accident, but that has basically summed up this map, as now it is almost an 100-point lead again, Coffee.
Yes, it is, as 188-94 in favor of Denver. Taxi comes in, cleans up, gets a contest, cleans off the hill. Another contest by EBK, gets cleaned off. Taxi just owning it right now. bringing it up into triple digits for Cleveland. Zemer on the hill also right now, but never mind. Jabushi's there, taking it over as we get ready for the T4 hill. 198, 107 in favor of Denver.
Yeah, and look at that again. You know, it's a hill where you had a player from the side of Cleveland first. There's just nobody to help him. Denver just surround him in a 3v1 situation, and Cleveland having to play catch up. They're there on the retake, and it's hard to retake a hill when this Surrenders team is just feeling themselves right now. Everybody is positive. You're looking at Blackbird himself going 23 and 15, trying to keep his team in it, and it's just been huge because the rotations haven't been there, their holds haven't been there, everything from the side of this team hasn't been there. And honestly, talking to this team beforehand, it's been a huge thing. They've wanted to control the pace of the game, and Hardpoint right now, they have not done that.
No, they have not. 204, 130 in favor of Denver right now. Over the counter, working his way around at 20-16. Taxi tossing a trophy there at the Patriot Missile Battery. Blackbird just doing a quick pose.
I think that's the second time he's hit it, Matt back to back.
Yeah, 211, 138 in favor of Denver right now is Blackbird. I mean, the kill leader for the night. Oh, nice one on over the counter.
Oh.
Take a two-piece right there. How about
he's on a tear.
Oh, take three. They're small. How do we get a four bag? No, but Jabushi on a 3-3 right now. 217, 142. Oh man, gets taken down. Blackbird's down real quick. Normal guy tossing a hello there, doesn't connect. Gets onto the hills for the contest, but Jabushi mows him down. 224, 142 in favor of Denver. Jabushi. Oh, wow, gets taken down. EBK watching from upstairs as we get ready to go to P2. Cleveland owning the rest of the hill. 224, 146.
And it is just hard to stop a Denver team that is just rolling with the punches. You have everybody finding 2 pieces, 3 pieces whenever they're finding kills. And honestly, again, you're looking at it. Normal guy is 7 and 25. He needs a kill desperately because when I will tell you this, Coffee, we went to him at P3. At the tail end of P3, the second time around we went to him, he was 4 and like 16. The man has only found 3 kills, and let me count. The past 3 hills.
Wow.
I mean, if that doesn't sum things up for you, Denver. I mean, that basically sums things up for the night.
As Denver on the hill right now, Blackbird just owning it. Go ahead with 5, with 4, with 3. Denver's going to do it. Jabushi on 4th Street. Contest.
Great is
248, 164. New hill kicks off. Over the counter. Right there at the top of the stairs. Blackbird coming up. Hi. He's going to be sneaky. He's going to work his way around. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, they know it.
Gets the kill right there.
Hey, they have just won their gunfights. They have just bullied out. They are like what is it? Flash Thompson bullying Peter Parker right now in the universe of Spider-Man. They are doing everything and anything right now, and it is night and day on how well Denver plays Hardpoint than any other map that they are on right now.
Denver takes that one 250 to 182. I mean, we're going to a map 5. If I'm looking at my sheet correctly, as the best play is this map from Jabushi. Just doing major.
He's the one that brought his team down.
And here we go into a vault search. Z-Merc is your bomb carrier as we're looking from Taxi's point of view. Hello there, tossed across. Doesn't connect. Nade being tossed out. Doesn't connect with anybody but Z-Merc. Getting the bomb planted for Cleveland. Taxi gets mowed down by EBK over the counter. Gets
TK.
his revenge.
A TK came in.
Normal guy. Oh man, normal guy tried, but he wasn't able to connect. Blackbird over the counter's on his left. Oh, wow. Over the counter. Goes ahead. Takes out Blackbird. EBK is the last one alive for Denver. I mean, yeah, for Denver. I'm sorry. Jabuzi is the last one. And Cleveland take it 1-0.
I apologize, but what the heck just happened? Like, everybody was running around. They were finding routes. Mistakes were being made somehow, some way. Over the counters in a 1v2 situation wins that gunfight on the bomb. I don't know how he won that. Hip fire to the tee, my friend. Gets away with his life and just plays time.
That is COD luck.
Yeah, and my friend Coffee, you know, on a Vault S&D, you know what's going to be your friend? A bomb site. Run at it every day. I've seen this is the recipe to success. You run at it with 4 subs, you get the bomb down early, maybe find the first kill, and then you just pick a corner and play it.
Exactly. You get one person in each corner on that A side. Jabuzi drawing the first blood, and the bomb is planted at A already. Over the counter. Oh, man. But Taxi coming up from behind at P2.
He's going to make this a little bit more manageable. It's a 3v2 situation now, but a reflank from EBK. Ooh, my friend, are you? Oh. All right.
Denver tied up 1-1.
Yeah. I take that back. There's not really much he can do. Just right there. Not enough time to react to that, to be honest. So, but I like how these teams are playing it. You know, they're getting aggressive towards A. They're putting the bomb down nice and early. What's huge is the way you prevent this is you do the sky nade. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, right here, throw a sky nade over towards pool. It'll land. It'll hit 20. It will hit almost 100% of the time.
Yes, you just launch that thing. As Taxi gets a quick hello there, Jabuzi draw the first blood on the normal guy. Beaver being sneaky gets one.
Is he gonna try and put
on that A side? Here we go. He tries for the plant. Nade coming his way. But oh man, over the counter tried to give him some cover, but yeah, all that's left are EBK. There we go.
And my friend, EBK, you got to get towards that next box. You got to get on the other one because that's the more certifiable heady.
Taxi on that final kill. Pretty.
It's just right now. It's been chaos. You can tell both teams know that
both rounds have been chaos.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that both teams know that the push is going to be towards A. You know that they're trying to play for it. Either whether it's a retake or they're trying to just go in guns a-blazing. I will say Cleveland that last round had a player that hit a flank through the middle of the map, went down vault door, got a nice one, which was huge. As Jabuzi able to find 2 in the feed. Hey. First blood going the way of Denver, and again, they just get the bomb down.
Bombs planted quick, fast, in a hurry. Taxi upstairs, just running around trying to find somebody, anybody. Normal guy over there looking at P2. Oh man, sends some rounds, but doesn't connect with anybody. Taxi on a 5 spree. Taxi gets taken down. Normal guy is all that's left for the Misfires. And with 16 seconds left, is he going to be able to get down there, get those 2 surrender folks? Or would he be able to pull the ninja? There we go. Denver, finally, off the breadstick. Deuce.
Yeah, and I was going to say, you might as well stop that round up with 10 seconds left, trying to win both of those gunfights. Nearly impossible with a defuse of 7.5 seconds. So, clockwise, a little bit more time management needs to be taken into consideration. But I really like Denver has just, well, I don't know if I like it, but I'll tell you what I've seen so far from Denver. When they get the bomb down, they always have somebody that's leaking out, covering their spawn, rotating on the backside of P2, or they always have a free roamer just causing some chaos, looking to hit a flank. And it's been interesting because it's worked out pretty much most of the time because everybody from the side of Cleveland is a little bit more worried about it. They're playing for that guy, as we saw a normal guy did on P2. Wasn't able to find anything. Now heading into this round, Cleveland able to get the bomb down, trade central.
Wow. Taxi's
Now
all that's left.
Yeah, EBK left all alone.
1v1. 1v9 as Cleveland jump up 3-2.
Yeah, and if you're paying attention to the score streak side of things, I believe Black Blur has an RCXD, and if I'm not mistaken, Coffee, that can be used, right?
Yes, only in search.
Yeah.
That surprised me because the pros were using it. I'm like, what?
Oh no. Well, I mean, you bring it back, BO4. It's a similar score streak. I think you got to implement it somehow, but I think they can do it right. If those of you know the best counter, I think it's Flak Jacket is really one that prevents it. But now as we head into this round again, straight up, I love Blackbird. He played for it. This is he's only able to get one.
Oh man, but don't matter. The bomb is down just outside of A. Taxi gets mowed down. The bomb is not planted. The bomb is down. Djibouti and EBK are all that are left for Denver on the offense. 2v2.
Oh,
over the counter. Oh man, now it's a 2v1. EBK is all that's left.
I don't think he saw that player jump up. He should have seen that player out of bombs. He does now. Finds the free pick. That's huge. Has information on the other. This is going to be huge. Run into the gunny of the man that's Morris code. And now EBK on the prowl, getting a bit aggressive. Now, this has been huge because Denver, they went down early. It was a 3v2 situation. They played the buddy system. They found the isolation kill. But with 30 seconds left, number 4 has just ran away. I like how Over the Counter is playing this. Be careful with your life. They are going to meet up again, though. This is about to be a huge gunfight. It goes down, and EBK isn't able to find anything.
Cleveland 4-2. As we see Over the Counter with that final kill of the round. I mean, that was... so far, this whole map is big chaos. I'm not arguing that fact at all.
Yeah. It's just been like, I think some people are trying to hit hero plays on the side of Denver. I mean, we saw Black Blur right there, literally way outside of P1. He had the timing. If he didn't, you know, kind of stumble on that first gunfight, I think he would have won the second one. But because he didn't stop shooting, that allowed the turnaround and the other player to turn as well. As now the first blood go the way of Denver. They are in, and like swimwear, you blink, you miss it.
Wow.
Denver.
Yeah, we missed that whole round.
I mean, there's not really much you can get, you know. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, Djibouti with the 5. Okay, we see Djibouti take out Over the Counter at 9-4. 4-3. Let's see how Denver answers on their offense.
Yeah, and it's been huge because I think Denver has won their defensive battles more than their offensive, especially if we look at last round. I think that's why they're down 4-3, as now Cleveland playing a little bit more aggressive through P1. They're playing a little bit more slower because of the last round. It doesn't matter. Djibouti able to find first blood, and this is the first time we saw somebody try to go B. They get pushed off of it, and now the rotation is in. Coffee.
Yep, heading back towards that A side. Barry, here's your bomb carrier. Over the counter, goes ahead, takes down, I think it was EBK. Now Barry, over on that B side, getting the plant done. First plant at B, we've seen the whole time.
Yeah, now and this is huge. Coffee, look at this. Black Blur is in top art. This is where he lived and breathed in control. It's all gonna. Well, I was gonna say it's all gonna rely on his teammate to stay alive. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and now he's just gonna play his life. He's gonna play these stairs. Big gunfight wins it. That's gonna be huge. Number 1 trying to get aggressive now. Okay, bomb check is in. You don't need to check it for another 7.5. Taxi may have wasted too much time. He shot. He should have heard it. But Blackbird just playing the bomb, knows that he's not there. And hey, 7.5 seconds.
Not going to be able to get the defuse with 3, with 2, with 1. Denver tie it up 4-4.
This is what you want to see in a map 5, my friend. Down to the wire.
Well, I always say our favorite number is 511.
It is 511. It's just
Cleveland on the offense, Denver on the defense. With one, let's get it on. Z-Merc is your bomb carrier. Taxi's point of view right now, working their way. Z-Merc hopping down into the pool. You know where he's going. As normal guy at P1, sending a few rounds over the counter, working his way from upstairs. Bomb planted. Z-Merc.
And that was a free bomb plant, Coffee.
Yes, it was.
Everybody from the side of Denver played the middle of the map, but I like how they played it. They played it as a core 4, and they found the first blood. Now, what's going to happen is the retake. We see 3 of them. They're trying to flood through, vault side back door as Black Blur still trying to find something here from Pool. The kill's fine down. Denver on the collapse. It's all up to Z-Mercs. Isn't able to find much.
Nope, and now Black Blur going to come over, get the defuse.
Oh.
It takes 7.5 seconds. He's got 8, got 7, got 6. Going to be able to do it with 4, with 3. Yes, he does. 3.8 seconds left. Denver take the round. 5-4.
Yeah, and again, it was just huge how the collapse just happened. But again, I like how Denver played it. They noticed they were playing a little bit more strung out. They come together. They play the middle of P1 for that first blood, and then they just attack it like a unit. Brokeberry and all of them were trying to put through that vault control door, and it allowed time for Blackbird to make something on the flank.
And Barry is your bomb carrier. Over the counter upstairs, EBK at P1. Just being patient.
Oh, RCXD in use.
Oh,
isn't able to find much.
Well, yeah. And here we. Oh, doesn't even Z-Merc drawing the first blood. Doesn't even get a chance for the plant. Blackbird is all that's left. Oh my goodness. Well, looks like they're going to tie it up. It is a 2-on-1. Blackbird trying to stay alive. Quickly reload.
And he has an RCXD as well, so he has plenty of options to work with. Now, this is the man, again, he clutched up in a 1v2 as well when the bomb was down. Now, he has to go pick it up, but I would love to see him kind of use that RCXD right here. I would love to see him, try and find an opening with it as you utilize it now, or you're probably going to miss it.
27 seconds left. Oh, man.
Oh.
Just sending some rounds. Quick change over to the Jackal. And, gets taken down. Cleveland tie it up. We're going to our favorite number of 511.
And I don't know if this is true because of how S&D stats are, but I want to just go quick flash. We don't got to stay on him. Brokeback Barry is on a donut right now.
Oh. Barry's on a donut?
Yeah. Oh,
Yikes.
my. He is on a donut. He's on
normal guy's on a breadstick, so it's just as bad.
Pretty much
Z-Merc's
even.
your bomb carrier. Let's see how Cleveland does on their offensive round. Z-Merc getting the planted at A, of course. And there we go.
Oh,
the
let's go down.
Down. OTC down. Oh, wow. Normal taken
RCXD.
down.
It's all up to number 1.
Taxi is all that's left.
What was Taxi?
Oh, man. And Taxi gets taken down. Blackbird on the defuse. Here we go. Plenty of time. And guess what? Denver take the map.
Oh, my.
Denver take the map. 6-5.